What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Welcome to the MG Show, where we are live right here on Facebook. We're on Kick even, Shady Groove, Red State Talk Radio. We're not on Brighteon anymore because Health Ranger is like, no wonder we're not on there anymore. Now I understand completely. Because, guys, Shady, we're on rumble.com/MG Show. We're on X, we're on Facebook. But, this show has been steadfast. Oh my God, World War III is starting and it's gone. Guys, because you have studied and followed and looked at the drops regarding Iran, you guys know more than everybody else in this movement. They're all eating each other alive right now, Shady.
Wow, man, what an observation and what a time to be alive. And that's exactly what's happening. It's not only are they eating each other alive, but they're starting to actually break the narrative down. They're starting to break down their own mind control, which is amazing. We're not even having to do the heavy lifting. People are seeing it clearly for themselves. Just like you said, we're off to World War III. Exactly what happened. Nothing
and it's
happened.
Gone.
It's everything. This is the point that Q was so adamant to make to all of us was to pay attention to Donald Trump, nobody else. And I think that if we take anything away from everything that was the drops, people say, this happened, that happened. What we're taking away from the drops is that Q explained to us that there was one man in the arena. One. Everybody else is a hanger-on. Everybody else is a Johnny-come-lately. Everybody else is a backseat quarterback, now knowing idea, and now they're backseat quarterbacks without any intel. And you're right, Jeff. We are all more intelligent.
He's a hero, Shady.
All of us are more intelligent than the intelligence agencies. There's no way they can't even compete with you. Jeff is right. They can't even touch your information. No. They can't touch you because look at the way you navigated it. What did we do? We went back and we got the Iran Post. 3 weeks ago, we were digging into those and we re-explained to the whole audience that this is not going to be World War III, that there's a negotiation going on, just like a negotiation that Donald Trump is making for a deal with the Abraham Accords or any other type of deal that Donald Trump is trying to make. That's the progress. That's the point.
And, we had this guy on our show and, we're going to war. I'm done. Not my war. This is only Friday the 13th of the year. What a strange time to escalate a war. It appears the war is now our war. It has Iran, the next great war, Shady. And this guy's been on our show. Isn't it funny that now he's like hanging with General Flynn and Roger Stone. And you know what else is funny? He's going to tell you what's behind QAnon, Shady.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what else is funny is that
The truth about QAnon. Here, let me show you because I got to show you.
He made the post yesterday that said that he was actually he stood steadfast with Trump. Jeff, he was over here with Roger Stone and all the people that were hanging close to Trump.
Okay, so here it is. Breaking news. I expose everything that's going on in Hollywood and how the occult elite is preparing to attack the minds of American people. The truth about booga booga booga. This guy's going to tell me the truth about Q. He said he never followed Q
or read it. But he's going. But Roger Stone told him what the truth was about Q, Jeff. You see, and General Flynn.
I mean, you don't have any proof that he's with Rogers. Oh shoot!
Yeah, just a little.
Hang it. I mean, come on. There's no proof.
I mean, we could show you the DMs where you tried to explain to him who Roger Stone was, and he completely ignored you.
Yeah, he did. He completely ignored us, guys,
because he doesn't want to hear it. None of these people want to hear it. Whenever we want to explain to them why General Flynn is who he is, why Roger Stone is who he is, and they have a hard enough time. Like right now, people are starting to learn about Alex Jones and who he is, but that bleeds over. You know, people don't realize how interconnected Alex Jones is with Roger Stone, and people don't realize that people like Joe Flynn have Roger Stone's picture on the wall of his office because they idolize each other so much.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. Yeah, war. I like that band too. Low rider. Can you get? Okay. All right. So blackmail does wonders, says Mikey Mariano. I mean, right. And, guys, I just want to, refresh everybody on this Q proof. He was a 3-star Lieutenant General. Dan Raisin Kane was promoted to a 4-star general on April 11, 2025. The People's General soon. We all need to take a minute to thank General Dan Raisin Kane as Trump's favorite general and to be known now as the People's General. Trump has repeatedly credited General Kane with playing a key role in the defeat of ISIS Caliphate. He was confirmed by the Senate as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and received a promotion prior to the confirmation of vote. This made him the first chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff to previously have not held a 4-star rank, guys. And, let's just listen to it out of, the president's mouth. He's been looking for him for 5 years, Shady. Check it out.
I'm standing on the top, and I look down, and there's these handsome people. Everybody's like from a movie set. Good-looking guys. I get down the stairs, and what's your name? My name is Kane, sir. What's your first name? They call me Raisin. I say, wait a minute, your name is Raisin Kane? I love you. I've been looking for you for 5 years. You are the great. This is what I want.
This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. And by the way, Shady,
wait a minute, Jeff. Whenever he says this is what I wanted, that means that's almost like he's been introduced to other people that are in similar circumstances, but wasn't impressed with them.
Correct. So I had a conversation with Grok talking about the fired generals, and let me see if I can find it while we're doing this. But it was really interesting because he said, let me just see. Here we go. It's those, and we got those. Let me see if I have my Grok conversation here because it's interesting. Here it is.
Zach says share the show. He's exactly right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. So President Donald Trump first talked about Raisin Kane during a speech at the CPAC on March 2019. He recounted the meeting in Iraq where Kane was serving as deputy commander for General for Special Operations Joint Task Force and Operation Inherent Resolve. Trump described the conversation, which Kane referred to as Raisin Kane in the speech, and claimed that the Islamic State could be defeated in the week, which, contrasting with other generals, estimates of 2 years. And apparently, I asked, who are the other generals? He said he had to fire one. I don't have the full. That's funny. I have to sign in to continue my conversation. But it's very interesting, guys. It's he had to fire another general. So basically, in March, ISIS. Okay, here he said he referred vaguely to other generals. Okay, and sergeants who were present during his December 2018 visit to Iraq. Trump claimed these individuals collectively told him the mission to retake the remaining ISIS-held territory could be completed in 1 week, contrasting with another unnamed general he said he had to fire, who estimated 2 years. So let that sink in, guys. All right.
Very interesting.
So we're here to talk about the Trump movement, okay?
Yes.
And yes, and by the way, Shady Groove, just for this is a Delta today, 6/24, 2020, 4-year delta. Okay. Wow.
25 years.
25 years. Oh my God. I'm a year older.
I know you want to clip off that top one, but no, boy, it's been 5 years.
I can't be that old, Shady. Oh my God.
I know. It's depressing. But the 2019, Donald Trump met Raising Cane, had been looking for it for 5 years. That means he saw General Flynn. That means he saw Milley. That means he saw all these other worthless generals, and then he hired Pete Hegseth to be the Secretary of Defense. He didn't hire a single one of them. He went outside the general class for that, and then he's brought race. And by the way, speaking of, wasn't yesterday a exemplary, a great, amazing example of competence in your government by watching Raising Cane there with Hegseth and sitting there seeing the two of them?
So amazing.
And I want to remind you of the Darth Vader guy. I can't even remember his name anymore, Jeff. I'm so sorry, but I don't even know the guy's name right now at the top of my head. But all of the press conferences, you never got a second's worth of information out of these people. Yesterday, you got an absolute overview articulation of exactly how things went down, 100% to the T. So much so that the media questions were like
Lloyd Austin.
Austin. Lloyd Austin. I cannot believe it. I say, wow. It's so insignificant, though, compared to now.
Yeah. Wow. Lloyd. I mean, remember when he took off to get his butt fixed and
nobody knew he was the defense secretary was gone. And he's like, oh, Joe Biden, it must have been the auto. He probably, I know what happened now. Everybody was reporting to the auto pen. So the auto pen, that's why Joe Biden didn't know. They were
it was approved by the auto pen,
they
guys.
called the auto pen and said, we're going in for prostate surgery. Yeah. The auto pen knew.
And I want to let you know that we've got a major future proofs pass, and we call those proofs. President Trump today says the B-2 bombers did their jobs in Iran. And, we've got to remember that Q-Post 4740 is a link that shows those said B-2 bombers, one of them, dropping a massive ordnance penetrator, which was used on Iran for the first time. Let's check it out.
Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine.
And I'm going to it's a future proofs pass, guys, okay? This is the B-2 bombers that Q posted, okay? It's pretty crazy, guys. And it's a future proofs pass, Shady. It's a proof.
It's a proof because we understood whenever Q was posting that if we needed to take out Iran's nuclear facility, we had plenty of capabilities to do it.
Yeah.
The facade people like the General Flynn's or that whole layer of the military, they want you to think things are impossible. They do crazy stuff. Like they go in and they build ISIS. They build out ISIS like in broad daylight for people to see. Like there was no ISIS, but you got all these generals and all of a sudden there's ISIS in Syria. And then they're getting operational support from USAID and foreign countries and foreign billionaires. And next thing you know, they're trading weapons and Bitcoin. And the next thing you know, they're bombing people and they're shooting airplanes and they're doing all kinds of stuff under the guise of what? Chaos. This is what the generals are there to do, to initiate chaos. And we see the B-2 bomber. We knew that we had the capabilities to take out bunker busters. We can bomb the crap out of these people in Iran. Do we have the will? Who has the will? Who has the guts? Who has the courage? One man. Again, one man.
Yeah.
Even Jeb Bush is thanking him.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Brown says, oh, no, but Bill Barr is the B-2 bomber. Yeah. How did that work out for us? Maybe he was a B-2 bomber for them. You see?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was preventing
more fake decodes. And I was part of that. We were all part of that, guys. Think if Bill Barr did his job correctly, he would have been, JD.
Mm-hmm. Well, or effectively was what he was doing so think about this. If you know Bill Barr is not going to do the right thing, but you have a back channel called Q where you could put pressure on him and you know he's not going to do the right thing, what are you going to use it for? You know he's not going to do it, so you're going to use your environment to put pressure on the situation. Q was a reverse pressure campaign, basically a patriot pressure campaign against the deep state, where they're constantly putting pressure campaigns against us. Q was putting a pressure campaign against him, and he shut up everybody in the room, by the way. Q shut every conspiracy nut up completely.
And then they got Biden elected, and then they used that whole time and the time before that to discredit Q.
Yeah, and to tell you that Donald Trump was doing it.
And we stayed steadfast with Q. And then Trump posts thousands of Q memes. Thousands, Shady. We're in the thousands now.
We are in the thousands.
On True Social.
They hate it.
But yet,
Q is a psyop, Shady.
CIA, that's what
it really is a psyop, though. I mean, against them, Shady.
It's this, what Q could best be described as is a psychological operation against the psychological operators using the truth. Okay? A psychological operation, by definition, is a deception or a lie. But you can effectively, in an environment where nothing is true, you can utilize the truth to psychologically operate against deception. That's what Q was. That's why it worked. That's why it being anonymous is important, because if it had a name on it, if you could point to a person, it would take away its credibility. People say, oh, it would give it credibility. No, because the credibility now stands with the information, not a person.
Fighting Irish says MIGA, M-I-G-A, was in a pick drop. It was in two of them.
It was two drop, yep.
Make Iran great again. And then everybody else was saying it was make Israel great again.
Mm-hmm.
We knew what it was. You knew what it was. Why?
Maybe because you read something and paid attention and used the stuff between your ears for a minute.
But Q is all about trusting the plan, Shady. Q is JFK Jr.'s alive. Diddy better better bip. Take that.
Yeah.
Not so.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into Donald Trump. This is a 50-second clip, Yeti, where Trump says the F word.
Yeah. Be careful.
Why? I'm not censoring it.
I know. No, that's why I said be careful.
Here we go. Not being careful.
Not you.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Wow. So you see what's really happening here. Okay. So now we have a ceasefire. Okay. You heard he wasn't very happy with Israel. Does that mean that he's an Israel puppet? No, it means just the opposite. Is it setting the stage for saving Israel for last, Shady?
What did you see there? You see a man that is puppeted? Do you understand this? You know, like everybody, so you have to recognize the environment you're in. Everybody that has told you that Donald Trump is a puppet of Bibi, they're liars. Okay, you guys don't realize. So the thing that you guys are missing, a lot of you are missing, is what we experienced being part of the quote unquote Chan environment or the Chan atmosphere, whatever you want to call it. The way the people are there, all of these people that scream and yell about it's the Jews, it's the Jews. That is what compiles that environment 24/7. Nothing but spreading vitriolic hatred for Jewish people on the boards. What you don't realize is that it is the Israeli Mossad who is generating that content on the board. They are generating the hate against themselves. Much like you see a bunch of the people that are acting like, you know, that slavery had something to do with it. You're making yourself a victim. Think about that clearly. This is the exact same thing that these people are doing out front. And if you pay attention, you'll notice that the David Ikes of the world and all of these other people agree perfectly. Alex Jones and all of them, Nick Fuentes, they all perfectly agree if you pay attention, but nobody does.
QAnon. 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 I've talked to QAnon. There's only about 5-6 people that have actually been posting. I've talked to QAnon, and they're saying QAnon is no longer QAnon. So, Dr. Corsi, tell us about your angle on this. With people that have been involved in QAnon, they say, hey, that's been taken over. We're unable to post anymore. That's not us anymore. And then Corsi was right on the same line 2 days ago in private conversations we had, saying, I've talked to QAnon.
So tell me, how could you do it together?
I've talked to QAnon.
Your mouth runs away like your tongue's on fire. You just couldn't let it
I've
go.
talked to QAnon.
You sell it so well, but you just don't know.
So you notice the background on there looks very Matrix-like as well, don't you, Shady?
It was a signal that day.
Yep.
It was actually that day was a signal towards us.
So what we're going to show you a little bit here is how can the left use information that Shady is talking about, right? Posting all that hatred against the Jewish people on the Chan boards, getting on Twitter, talking crap and poop posting, we call it. But, you know, and why are affiliates of InfoWars constantly attacking Q? Who is actually pulling the strings, Shady? So here it is. So they did get paid. So this is Rebel Valkyrie says the internet is forever, and I have a massive amount of screenshots they're all deleting right now. I mean, did they get paid by the opposition, all marching to the same beat? Why are affiliates of InfoWars constantly attacking Q? Who's pulling those strings? Example, Mossad, alternate plus U.S. media and U.S. politicians, Massey. Dots. For those who scream the loudest, find the connections. 1 to 1 to 1. Primary, affiliate A, affiliate B, affiliate C, marching to the same beat. Coincidence? Oh, logical thinking, guys. Okay, Free Speech Systems LLC. Okay, this is it. This takes out Alex Jones and all of those affiliates, Shady Grove, attacking you, me, and the Trump organization. I want to play this as well. So what did Q drop on Alex Jones and Associates? Many people missed this because the link is gone, Shady. But we played it on our show. What you need to understand is what I am going to play for you right now. You ready?
Yep.
And it connects Flynn, and we didn't even really get it. Check it out.
And all the rest of this. But I can tell you, again, the only way to do this is just lay it all out, because I don't want to get into things I'm not supposed to get into, but I also want people to understand how real this is. Flynn was sent in to the Trump organization by others that didn't want to put themselves on the radar, and was basically asked to go in and do this because everybody else was scared to. So Flynn was basically the only guy willing to be the public person of the Resurgence of America organization, the Make America Great Again organization, that actually wants to bring the power back to the country and likes free market and likes religious freedom and, you know, aren't globalist assholes. So, who don't want to sell us out to radical Islam and the whole leftist agenda. I mean, that there are people like that, and they know what the American people are upset, and so the American people have woken up. The American people are involved. The InfoWars audience has been involved. Matt Drudge has been involved. So there's a perfect storm of this stuff aligning. Now, QAnon, a lot of what I saw QAnon say was really good intel and is spot on with other intel I had, and was.
So that's Q Post 1366. That's the link. I have it archived. And we played it on the show to show you that they're all marching in lockstep. Is Flynn attacking Q, Shady? Are Flynn affiliates attacking Q?
Yep.
I'm just asking a question.
Yep, they are.
So is this a Q proof?
Yep, it is. It's absolutely a Q proof, and all this stuff that has to do with Alex Jones. This is the issue that we're having in the conversation. We can't. People are acting like there's some sort of difference between Alex Jones, Roger Stone, and General Flynn. There is no difference. So because people are sitting there saying, "Oh, well, no, it's not Alex," so then the people are like, "Oh, well, Alex Jones." Then the people are like, other people are like, "Oh, no, well, he's not connected to Roger Stone. He's not connected to." What are you talking about? Like, show me where their narratives do not sync up, and you cannot judge people by what they say. You have to judge them by what they do. What did they do? Jeff just played you the clips of things that were said. We played you the clips of what Alex Jones said specifically about Donald Trump. I wish I'd never met him. Would you say that about Donald Trump? Would you ever say that you're not a giant fan of Donald Trump? Would you ever talk about his quote unquote B word daughter from Roger Stone? This is General Flynn's words. This is Alex Jones' words. This is Roger Stone's words. MG Show does not make them up. What MG Show does is something that's very, very different. We believe them.
Yeah. So Q post 1366. I think let's go read that right now because, we've actually stayed true to Q, even though people are like telling us, Shady, you need to drop Q. You need to stop it, right? You need to, stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop talking about it. I can't. Media Matters had an article about me every week, Shady Grove. 40 plus articles on us, Shady.
Yep. And we were censored on every single platform, and obviously nobody really cares about that either.
So no, nobody gives a crap, and we're still censored. And thank you guys for your donations because we wouldn't be here without you, and we need a lot more. Thank you. But look at this. I don't think it would be fair to say that a journalist can't make money when covering Q, but that's the difference. A journalist covering Q isn't necessarily usurping Q. We were journalists covering Q. Okay, we're not QAnon influencers or anything like that. We were journalists covering Q, Shady. That's all we were. But, we were covering it differently than CNN. We were covering it differently than everybody else. The patriots, patriots in question, were trying to usurp Q. This video explains what happened very well. It certainly cleared my head about it all. Okay? Now you're seeing that Q dropped Flynn being sent into the Trump organization. Alex Jones was not lying through his teeth. He was telling you the truth.
Yeah.
We have heard of QAnon because we called QAnon back in the day before, October of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We called it QAnon. We all did. You did, I did, we all did. They took that, made a straw man, and then attacked us for it. We know that when they're talking about QAnon, they're talking about Q. Okay?
But it was the point is that they answered to us. This is the point of the whole thing that a lot of people don't get. You guys don't realize that weren't here. The media was answering to us in real time. Before there was censorship, there was a time where we were all out there on Twitter that we weren't censored. Nobody was able to take down your accounts or any of this stuff. They were able to suppress your accounts and kind of keep them over to the side. But all the information was moving. And so they were having to deal with us. So they were answering to us whenever they would come out and make these proclamations about like, oh, the QAnon did this. No, it was Q. So Q had to come out and make the statement, there are Q and there are Anons, because the environment became so polluted with a bunch of gobbledygook from people that were trying to like make Q out to be JFK Jr. or Q was Nasara or Q was medbeds or Q was quantum. All of these nonsensical narratives that went ballistic after Donald Trump stepped away in 2020 after the election. And all of these operators like devolution, you want to talk about a grift? All of this stuff about martial law, devolution, Insurrection Act, every single ounce of that, PCAPs, all of that was the grift. That was the grift, the voting machines. That was all a grift for about, I would say, close to $200 to $220 million that between Sidney Powell, Patrick Byrne, General Flynn, Alex Jones, and Roger Stone were able to bring in, guys. That was the real grift. This little show that we do right here wasn't the grift.
Yeah, well, they call us that, Joe Shady.
I know. Well, they call us exactly what they are.
Right.
So that they get thousands of people to block us that have never heard us, have no idea who we are, but they all have us blocked out there. I've never even interacted with these people, but there's thousands of people that block the MG Show or block our content because people have said, oh, Jeff, or oh, Shady, and then the people blocked us.
That's right. Here is the archived video. Follow the White Rabbit down the rabbit hole right here on Rumble, and I just pinned it here for you guys and dropped it. You might want to watch it. You'll see Alex Jones. You'll see Jordan Sather. You'll see who else will you see? Shady Roger Stone. You'll see these people lying to your face, trying to usurp the Q movement through Jordan Sather, who was actually working with Richard Ramseur and Corey's kids. He was a Corey good kid, okay, who in turn usurped the UFO movement, okay, with Roger Ramseur and Corey Good. Then they went to the Gaia movement to usurp that, and they were coming for the Q movement. But we stopped them, in my opinion.
And I would like to also highlight what is connected as well is all of the chaos. The reason we're talking about this, all of the chaos around World War III, all of the people that were inserting these narratives, we're talking millions and millions and millions of clicks out there all around, from Tucker Carlson to the Hodge twins to Marjorie Taylor Greene, all of these different people doing this in unison all at the same time. But then you had something very different. At the center, you had Laura Loomer and Roger Stone were doing what? What were Laura Loomer and Roger Stone doing this whole time? They were sitting back and they were supporting Donald Trump.
Yep.
Do you see what's going on? This is the chaos agents sitting there having themselves a cigar as they watch their work unfold, and they are untouchable in it, and they have perfect, plausible deniability.
That's right. And so Effectual says Corey's kid came from a satanic dude. Yes, Roger Ramsewer Richards. Okay, he has Satan's sigil right here. He also filmed the movie Deep Rig with Patrick Byrne. Okay, they're all connected, guys. All of them.
The whole Steinbart thing is connected to them. The Craig Sawyer thing, Steinbart, Timothy Holmseth, Wano Saban, Michael Jaco, Truth, or Scott McKay. All these people were fake. None of them were around for the Q drops. None of them had an account during Q, guys. Charlie Ward, Simon Parks, none of those people had an account during Q. They were not part of it until after Donald Trump left. Then they had to fill the vacuum.
Guess who did, Shady?
Who?
Guess who was around the whole time?
Who?
You
MG
and me.
Show?
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah, we were. I was put on Hillary Clinton's list in a Q post. Okay. I was put on a list by a sitting Senator Angus King. I think I've got the right enemies, don't I, Shady Groove?
I think so. And actually, it's June 24th. So it's 7 years. Day before yesterday was 7-year anniversary since the first Q Lounge Live that I broadcasted. And then look at what we built.
It's all your fault, isn't it?
I will take the blame for loving you.
I'll never stop loving you. And I spelled video wrong. Oops. But there's the archive video from 1366. We've played it here before. It's about 44 minutes long. Methods, same thing, guys. They're all the same. They're all grifters. They're all people that were set there to be a firewall so you didn't see real Q information. And, we thought,
The obfuscate for this Flynn thing is it's actually pretty astonishing if you take it down to like what it really is, because
Texas Brett says, I thought Jeff went to the Clay Clark tours. Yes, that's why I'm a whistleblower, brother. Get it? Shady.
The digital soldiers. Well, never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I lost that one.
The digital. I'm sorry, but
okay.
He's asking if we went on Clay Clark. I've got pictures of them, and guess who's pissed that I took pictures, Shady? You know who's pissed that I took pictures of all these psychological operators that I thought were our friends? Brian Gamble was mad. Why? Because I'm a whistleblower. Shady and myself went to these things. Yes, we did. And we spent our own money. Yes, we did. But look at what we figured out, guys, together, all of us.
Q was specifically showing you that Flynn made those comments about the digital soldiers. The Flynn people thought that meant that General Flynn was working for us before Q, setting up some sort of environment so that Q could properly operate, period. That was the dynamic that we thought. You can clearly see that due to Flynn's own words and actions, that was not the case. Why do you know that? Because the layer of digital soldiers that Flynn had before Q don't follow Trump. They follow only Flynn. They think that Flynn is God. The digital soldiers Flynn talked about think Flynn is God. If you were a real digital soldier in the real war for information, you would not think that whatsoever, because you would have listened to Q and you would understand that Flynn is not only not a god, but one of the 4 plants that Q mentions specifically. That's not a mistake that General Flynn is on that post that says the plants. And that's not a mistake that Q said plants need water. Look at the water we've given Flynn. You let him grow in the real world, didn't you? So a lot of the times when the hedges get trimmed, they get removed.
Yeah, I would remove the hedges. Texas Sarcastic Brex says, oh my God, I fell for it. We all did. So don't feel bad.
All of us did.
We had to take a stand, look ourselves in the mirror going, holy moly, this guy's really
We raised
bad.
money for him.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
I want it back.
I do too, because it would do us better than it ever did any of them. They just sent it back to their billionaire crony class.
Yeah. And word is that they're going to run them in the Republican primary.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Dr. Stella Emanuel. So a lot of these people were captured, by General Flynn. That's a lot of these. He asked about Mike Lindell. I believe Mike Lindell is a true, godly, amazing person, but he doesn't have enough to just slow down and listen to people, and he's very stubborn. And he was taken for billions of dollars, guys. I think billions, millions. I think he's a victim, but a stubborn one, and one that, held on to what his belief system was, okay? Whether it be right or wrong, it was wrong. We know this now. Well, we always called out the PCAPs here on the MG show. We always, even though we're sponsored by him. We don't really make a lot of money off him anymore because nobody wants to, buy my pillow.
We talked about his movie, and we talked about the stuff, but we also talked honestly about the information. And we had our team could clearly prove that the PCAPs weren't a thing. We knew that the PCAPs weren't a thing, but all this whole layer of Dennis Montgomery and Mary Fanning and all these people were constantly inserting the stuff from all different sides of the movement. By the way, it was because Q was gone, so like I said, you have to fill the void. So all these people came to fill the void with all of this bogus information. And as far as Mike Lindell goes, God bless him. He should have stuck. He should have made his opinion known, but stuck to doing pillows, because nothing that he did anything but ruin his reputation.
Yeah, it did. Diggers right here says, thanks. I've been a fan for about a year since I heard them on Red State Talk Radio. Need to help spread the truth. Thank you so much
for that.
Diggers, appreciate you.
God bless you.
Yeah, and you see what I'm saying, sarcastic Brett? Yes, we still have a 1-800-873-0478 My Pillow code. Go to MG Show, or excuse me, mypillow.com. Use code MG Show. It does help us. We still have the code, even though we disagreed with the PCAPs. See, that's how good of a guy he is. Really, he could have shut us down right away.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So if you do, have some, heart in you, and you need some pillows or sheets or towels, go over there, get it. Use code MG Show. We appreciate you.
Awesome.
So, that's where we're at. I mean, we're in this movement, and we are so broke we can't even
pay attention.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I lost my focus.
You couldn't pay attention. That's how
Good
broke
one,
he is.
dude. That was some good.
No, I actually saw that. That was perfectly.
That's
I
some
was
good
right with you.
radio right there, bro. That is some good radio.
That was some excellent radio.
Yeah, and now you got Marty Fanning. They just combine them.
It is
You
Marty
got Marty Fanning, and those two are out there saying that we're promoting a storm foretold, even though if I post it, it gets copyright censored, and it's actually, General Flynn and Stone orchestrating a coup against you, the MAGA supporters, to make you look violent. I mean, stop it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that at some point, this is going to find its way out.
Yeah,
I promise.
G Brothers, thank you. Yeah, it's finding its way, I think. I mean, have you ever gone over to those posts over there and you saw the ratio?
It's nonstop ratio. The ratio on Michael Flynn Jr.'s are better than the ratio on Michael Flynn's. And if you notice the suit and tie.
Do you guys know why Michael Flynn Jr. was actually fired from the Trump administration? Does anybody know?
I
Shady?
know. Oh,
no, stop. Focus. Who can tell me why? And Tisha should know this. Tisha, why was Michael Flynn Jr. actually fired from the Trump administration? Because I said it on your space the other day. Ducks, what's up? What about Gene Ho? What about Gene Ho? Ho!
About one of the dumbest human beings I have ever seen.
Oh.
He wants to pretend like the George magazine means something.
777 Jamie, you win. It was Pizzagate. He got fired because of Pizzagate conspiracies. Do you know that they started all that? Every psychological operation has Flynn prints on it.
Do you know why they started it? This is the thing that people skip over. Do you know why they started Pizzagate? Because the WikiLeaks cables were revealing information that proved what the generals in Iraq and Afghanistan were doing, which was blowing up people for no freaking reason whatsoever. Yeah. They were literally just using these drones and going in and mowing down people, and then somehow Julian Assange ended up with the information and started publishing it. Next thing you know, he is like holed up in some embassy somewhere, and the military-industrial complex are scrambling, and the next thing you know, it's Pizzagate.
And you know what I think? Then they captured Liz Troken, whatever her name is, Chokin. Liz, I've got a VD disease or whatever. So they got her, and now she's on some, like, they're all paid off, guys. They're all part of it. Pizzagate has nothing to do with Q. It happened before. It has to do with Alex Jones, General Flynn, and all of these people, guys. Okay?
It has to do with email.
And then if you say Pizzagate is, like, there's nothing under that bar. And I think, Shady, because remember, we were with Liz Crokin and Mike Smith when we helped with that movie, okay? We helped with the first movie, and we got it queued for them, apparently, but that's another story. But they were crying because they wanted to get queued. But it's interesting that that Elefantis was attacking her on X or on Instagram. I think they're all together. I think they're all together. It's fake fights, guys.
Absolutely. 110%. That whole thing, like Elefantis is responding to Liz Crokin, all completely 100% fake. Not only that, Jeff, but we can also connect the shooter, the guy that went in there with the
Alex
shotgun
Jones.
that went into Comet Ping Pong with the gun. Yeah, we can connect him to Alex Jones.
Yep.
So this whole network of creating this thing, that there's no real, all of the stuff, guys, it's misdirection. They're not communicating. They're not communicating trafficking children in emails in coded language. I'm sorry to report that to you. You can be mad at Shady if you want to, but that is the truth. If you go look at it yourself, you would come to the same conclusion.
Yeah. Yeti posted the sauce, too. He found it.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. About Michael Flynn Jr.
Are we there, Yeti?
How about now?
How about now? Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go. Let me just see. Let me just go Control F and then Flynn. Okay. JSOC. Okay. There's 12 mentions of Flynn in this Pizzagate article. Okay. Then we look back at fellow Pizzagate pusher General Michael Flynn. Isn't it really a coincidence that he has a director of intelligence for JSOC and a protege of JSOC Commander General Stanley McChrystal, and used to work with Eric Prince and his CIA-riddled Blackwater firm back in 2004 and 2007 period? Probably not. In fact, the more we look at General Flynn, the more hints we find Pizzagate was a little more than part of a joint CNP neocon Trump coup against the Clinton campaign. Well, I don't think Trump had anything to do with it, just to be quite honest. I think he works for Clinton, okay? So you can read this differently now.
Yes.
Knowing what you know now.
And the person and the people that are digging on this,
yeah,
whenever they are trying to act like, Flynn is doing these things for Trump, or that Alex Jones is doing these things for Trump, because that's the optic that these people are giving these people for that perfect analysis. It's not a big jump to understand that they're working against Trump.
Correct. Because remember, in Tish, I was in your space the other night. Remember I said Hillary Clinton doesn't send their best? These people all work for Hillary Clinton. Guaranteed.
True story.
Okay.
Including Flynn and Alex Jones.
Yeah. I have a dark heart, she says.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So for starters, in early December 2016, even after Pizzagate controversy had resulted in a shooting at Elefantis' Comet Ping Pong, and more than enough evidence was available in the public domain that the entire affair was a hoax, Flynn's son, Michael Flynn Jr., who aided his father and Trump's transition team for the presidency, continued to tweet in favor of Pizzagate investigation. He would be removed from the Trump administration as a result, but is a clear indication as to how dedicated Flynn family is to spreading disinformation. Here's his tweet. Until Pizzagate is proven to be false, it'll remain a story. The theft seems to forget Podesta emails and that many coincidences tied to it. Blah, blah, blah. Jack Posobiec. You see, they're all together. This is 2016. Let's cut the discussion about the Trump administration off here. We can go very deep into the histories of Eric Prince, Michael Flynn, Donald Trump, and Trump's age-old partners, Roy Cohn, Roger Stone. See, I think all of these people, aside from maybe Ray Cohn, are working against Donald J. Trump.
They are. And that was the setup. That was the reason for what Roger Stone says at the end of that video is the truth. We are going to ruin him. We are going to bury him. Not only the Southern District is coming for him, and we've just generated this optic of J6 to make it seem like that all of MAGA are violent. We're going to take the FBI. We're going to put thousands of people in prison. The Southern District's going to come at Trump. We're going to raid Mar-a-Lago. Stone had all of that in his mind whenever he's on the phone in that car that day that the documentary shows clearly. You've got to understand the overarching evil that these people are. They don't think like you and me. They are something else. And once they get desperate, they start doing even more weird stuff, Jeff.
So that is a psyop, Pizzagate. And it's hard to say that to people because people believe in it so much. Oh, you not want to help the kid? Well, I do. But this has nothing to do with that. So this is what happens on the MG show. Psyops go to die, okay? That Pizzagate psyop is now dead. It's got to be.
And it's the same type of coordination you're seeing between Roger Stone and Laura Loomer, okay? Between the Flynn group and Liz Crokin and Alefantis. They're doing this all together, guys. And it's against Trump. It's not for Trump. Unless somebody can explain to me some rationale how this helps Donald Trump, I can't come up with any.
So, Poussin, thank you for reminding me. Edgar Madison Welch was the Pizzagate gunman, and he was not killed during the Comet Ping Pong incident in 2016. He was shot and killed by police officers in Kannapolis, North Carolina on 1/6/2025.
This year. Yep. They just got rid of him, right? But literally
Evidence gone.
2 weeks before Donald Trump becomes the president for the second time, this guy gets off in some weird traffic stop where if you read the report, it's almost like he self-suicided.
Yeah.
He antagonized.
Dead men tell no tales. I think he was killed.
He antagonized the police officer in that moment in a way that was just insane.
Maybe because he thought he was above the law because of the people that are backing him.
It was crazy, man. I mean, the whole thing, dead man tell no tales, exactly right.
Yeah. And these are the people that planned January 6th that we're talking about. General Flynn, Roger Stone. I mean, it's all there in Roger Stone's own documentary that we're promoting, apparently, Shady.
Yeah, go buy tickets now.
Go buy tickets because you can't find it anywhere.
And you can't find it anywhere to buy it, but we're promoting it.
So we're promoting it. These people. Well, this is a fun little hour.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't. None of it makes sense anymore, Shady. None of it.
Only thing that makes sense is the love that I feel for this group of people right here that we broadcast to every day who can stick their head out of the sand and actually see a psyop whenever it comes at you. You guys navigated this perfectly. I saw them all, Jeff. They were sitting back. They had their feet up. They were drinking their hot chocolate. They had a MAGA shirt on. They even had the Trumpy hair, sitting by the fire, watching the World War III.
And it's gone.
There we
Oh, wow. So we're going to get into some of that, too. Let's do a Q proof, and then we'll get into Donald J. Trump. He as he was leaving for the NATO meeting, we'll also go over his truths, and we'll also go over the gaggle that he had on the plane. He's taking a victory lap, and he obviously deserves it. But let's go to these pesky Q proofs, Shady Grove.
Let's do.
Here's one. All right, so this is Florida to receive federal funding to build immigration detention sites, including Alligator Alcatraz, Noam says. Federal government will fund an effort by Florida to set up immigration detention centers. Oh, Q-Post 2623 right here. Is Gitmo going to be used for U.S. citizens, Cabal? 3 detention centers being prepped. Monitor funding. Well, here you go. Here's some funding. Alligator Alcatraz.
You ever heard anything? How can we have anything better than Alligator Alcatraz, sir? There's literally nothing. There's no way you're going to come up with a better name.
I love it.
General J. Attorney.
Oops, sorry about that. Let's watch Alligator Alcatraz, guys. This is a Q proof, guys. Monitor funding. You guys get this, right?
Monitoring the funding would be like noticing whenever something gets funding, sir.
Attorney General James Uthmeyer here at the Miami-Dade Collier training facility. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. Florida's been leading on immigration enforcement, supporting the Trump administration and ICE's efforts to detain and deport criminal aliens. The governor tasked state leaders to identify places for new temporary detention facilities. I think this is the best one. As as I call it, Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens. This presents a great opportunity for the state of Florida to work with Miami-Dade and Collier counties. Alligator Alcatraz. Wow. We're ready to go.
Wow. So we take George Bush's and Jeb Bush's cocaine landing strip and turn it into Alligator Alcatraz. I like it.
We're gonna, yeah, because let's not forget who Jeb Bush is married to. Oh boy, I think we should turn this into a game show. I'm telling you, Shady is excited about some Alligator Alcatraz. If you escape Alligator Alcatraz and you make it back to society, we give you citizenship.
We'll give you a pardon.
Yeah,
we'll
your full pardon. We'll give you a job. We'll like pay you an American person's wage to work in America.
There you go. Real quick, Shady Grove. Looks like let's see, Truth Social. Let's go over there and look because we like to see what's posting during our show.
Is something happening? Is something happening? Is something happening?
Can you read that for me, Shady Grove?
A big beautiful increase.
So I read it as a big blue titful increase. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
No, that would be an F, sir. That would be tittul. Tittul.
Tiftul. I know, but my eyes saw that as a T. It repeated.
Boy, oh boy, we're gonna have to get that prescription worked on.
All right, I needed counseling and a big beautiful increase, guys. Miranda Devine. Oh wow, she was reposted by Donald J. Trump again, and she's been reposting me quite a bit as well. California National Guard. This is awesome. Morning Glory. Wow. So we'll get into some of these on the other side. It's we got 4 minutes, but these are the kind of things that are happening, Shady Grove. These are proofs of Q, Shady. And by the way, we're going to go into on the airplane. He's saying that President Putin wanted to see if he could help with Iran. He said, "No, I need help with you." But what if China and Russia are actually helping get rid of the New World Order? Then China, he said that they're going to be able to buy Iranian oil and hopes he buys from us. They buy from us too. But do you see that? Now China's going to be able to get oil from what used to be controlled by the New World Order, guys.
We're basically sidestepping OPEC. OPEC is the problem. OPEC has always been the problem. OPEC was created by the bloodline Bush/Pacer family to control you and to control the rest of the world that is now losing its death grip. And Jeff, we have to understand that everything we've been talking about in the last 30 minutes, talking about these people that are out there operating, whether it be Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, all these people, they're doing a disservice to you. So you need to recognize that they're doing a disservice to you. They're not just out there like saying something because they think it's true and getting it wrong, okay? Just like the fake media is not out there saying something that they think is true and they're just getting it wrong. They're getting it wrong on purpose. They're getting it wrong intentionally, and their intent is to literally weaken you. Their intent is to weaken Donald Trump. He is so strong that they think that they need to weaken him, and that is General Flynn, Alex Jones, and Roger Stone. We can see it clear as day. This is where their minions are coming from. Meanwhile, they sit back in the glass house with plausible deniability. You need to see it. You need to call it out. If you're engaging with these people, you need to be engaging in a way that makes them look like the idiots that they are.
That's right. And this is a President Donald J. Trump movement. It's very simple.
Yes.
It's very simple.
Man in the arena.
He is the man in the arena. Amen. I want to show you this, Shady Grove. Spilty sent me this. Jesse Waters primetime before we get out of here. Look at this. Listen to what this says. Let me just make sure my volume is up over here so I can get it. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Thanks to President Trump, the Iran-Israel war only lasted one Scaramucci. Chris, thanks to President.
Somebody read the Q drops. A guy named Jeff in Texas, Shady. Wow. Who's Jeff?
I don't know.
In Austin, Texas. So that's the Scaramucci model, okay? If you guys want to read them on the post, you can read the Scaramucci model, okay? And it applies to what we're talking today.
Interesting.
Isn't it interesting, Shady? Guy named Jeff out of Austin, Texas.
Jeff's everywhere.
Jeff, my name is Jeff.
He's everywhere.
I'm Erware, Shady Groove. Erware.
Everywhere.
All right, we'll get into some business with Donald J. Trump on the other side of our quick little bio break. Take your bio break, get your kafefe, get some popcorn. Shady Groove, what a great first hour. We kind of detracted to talk about what's actually going on with all these losers. We'll be right back after this beautiful boom message.
They took it. Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spilty, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Q-Waken is a streetwear brand and a community-driven project blending fashion, art, and digital assets. Built on the XRP ledger, it offers phygital products. Physical items like hoodies tied to NFTs, non-fungible tokens that grant rewards in QWK tokens. Our QWK token powers our d-commerce ecosystem, rewarding you for engaging, holding, and shopping in a decentralized way. Aiming to revolutionize streetwear with a focus on sustainability and community values, Q-Waken was founded in late 2021, and it's tied to the Great Awakening theme, promoting free thought and truth-seeking. Join us at qwaken.club and become active part of the Golden Age.
the signal rip. Truth's on the line, no corporate script. Shady Groove's a rebel, acts in his soul. In the Matrix strikes, taking full control. Smashing through the lies with a sonic roar. Constitution's our weapon, we're kicking down the door. From the swamp to the streets, hear the amplifiers hum. The MG show's rising and the reckoning's come. Oh, the MG show, crank it to 11. Shady and Matrix storming out of heaven. Riffs of truth cut deep, distortion screams loud. Rocking for the free, we're the rebel crowd. Boots on the ground, mics like a gun. Truth's the ammo and we ain't done. Censorship's change, we're breaking them loose. Red pill thunder, cutting the noose. Jeffrey's got the fire, Shannon's got the bite. Dropping bombs of reason in the dead of night. Deep state shaking, they're feeling the heat. MG's on the stage, stomping the beat. Oh, the MG show, crank it to 11. Shady and Matrix storming out of riffs of truth cut deep, distortion screams loud. Rocking for the free, we're the rebel crowd. Let the feedback sing, a turn of airwaves, making eardrums ring. No suits, no ties, just a primal yell. Patriots, head banging, slinging truth so well. Noon hits hard, the live stream ignites. Fists in the air, we're claiming our rights. No puppet strings, no sellout game. Shady and Matrix fueling the flame. Turn the dial up, let the speakers blow. The MG shows the pulse of the rebel flow. Freedom's the riff and it's playing raw. Rock the revolution, truce the law. The MG show, crank it to 11. Shady and Matrix storming out of heaven. Riffs of truth cut deep, distortion screams loud. Rocking for the free with a rebel crowd. Tune up, let the power surge. Shady Groove and Matrix on the edge, the verge. Truth's a freight train, rolling full blast. The MG show rocks, future proves past.
All right, Shady, now you can unmute. Welcome back to the MG show.
Wow, boy, oh boy, do I like that song.
Oh, man. Shannon and Jeffrey, it were rocking. Oh, my gosh. Truth bomb. Crank it to 11, Shady. Share the show.
We crank it to 11 here every day. That's exactly what it is that we do. Ladies and gentlemen, Shady shows up shot out of a cannon every morning at 9 a.m. We do not know exactly how he does it. But thank you guys so much, very much, Jeff. Thank you so much. All of our Rumble supporters out there, all the Red Castles out there, all of the Rumble rants from today. Thank you guys. And also, I'd like to give a shout out and a big thank you to a couple of the members who give to us on the website. Brenda, thank you so much. You're so amazing. We appreciate you and your consistency and always there to take care of us every month. And also to Debbie, amazing. Thank you so much. Like, and just to mention a couple of you and all of you out there that have supported the show, I want you to know that we do our dead level best to speak up for you. We want to speak up for the people that do the research, for the people that read everything and believe no one except for what their research can prove. There's a reason that the psychological operators don't treat us like they do other people that they're trying to ostracize and bring their material out and mock them. They cannot mock our material because we are in the position to mock their material. So that speaks for you. If that speaks for you, thank you so much for supporting us, and God bless each and every one of you. Had to get that in, Jeff.
No, I appreciate that because Debbie is very awesome. And, you guys that do support us, I really do appreciate it. You don't realize, just how much we don't make. It's very sad because, we should be, doing very well according to the position and the views and listens that the show gets. And we're not. But we are doing okay. Just so you guys know, and we are relying
I
on
picked
you.
up a second job.
Yeah. Hi, Shannon and Jeff. I'm so happy to be back as a donor. I'm fully behind you now. I had to see it for myself. I'm 100% focused on Trump only. If you ever have guests, can you please try to speak with this person who is an amazing ex-mafia person, huge. He's talking about Michael Franchi. She's talking about Michael Franchi's, Franzese. I remember him from a long time ago. He had Roger Stone on. I think they're targeting his channel and requesting to come on to capture his audience. That's exactly what they do, guys.
Yep.
It's exactly what they did to us over and over and over, Shady.
Well, and to raise money.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge amount of what they were all doing was raising money, and it seemed like a noble cause to help Roger Stone with his stuff. Yeah, it seemed like a noble cause to help General Flynn and his family. If I had known in 2020 or 2019 that General Flynn has like 20 different packs and all these portals for people to send him money from foreign entities, and Patrick Byrne was helping him set it all up through, with all of their back channels. If I'd known any of that, I would have realized that I didn't need to ask you guys to help General Flynn out. He was fine.
Mm-hmm. Definitely fine. Z4FM58, thank you so much. $10 Rumble Rant. Cram, thank you for the one, gifts, MG Show gifts, subscriptions. Thank you. You did a couple of those. Shawnee Red gifted 5 subscriptions to the MG Show. Thank you. Patriots for Truth, $11. 11, it's a good number. We love 1111. 1111. Diggas, for that letter speaks the truth. Thank you so much for that letter. Then that letter is Q. Thank you so much. And we followed
the reason
Q.
we're together.
Yep.
It's not QAnon, it's Q. The reason that we're all together is because Donald Trump decided that he needed to talk to you. It's like Donald Trump said, hey, we need the American people to come in and sit down by the fire for a minute and have a talk with just the American people, where we've got the president talking to the people without the filter of the left media, without the filter of the right media. And we don't need to really say anything to you. What we need to do is we need to ask you a series of questions, and we need for you to write them down, please, as we ask them. And then please go see if you can answer them from yourselves, and then draw your own conclusions. We don't care what your conclusion is. Just draw your own conclusions once you read the information, and do it together in a kind way. That's what we came to do. We didn't come here to fight off a bunch of psychological operators that were embedded in our movement. That came later. That became something completely different than what our original intent was, which was just to come out here and talk to you guys every day.
And it became more obvious as the time went on.
Because that's not allowed. It's not allowed for us to just freely talk to you. We're not allowed to think for ourselves, and we're not allowed to not like somebody. There's no reason that any of these people that like Flynn couldn't say, oh, okay, we could disagree on Flynn. Let's go pro-Trump.
Yeah.
Why can't they do that? We could do that about a number of other people, but Flynn is a no-go. That gives them away.
That's right. It's kind of crazy, guys. It really is crazy.
It's a cult.
Huh. Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
It is a cult.
So let's go into. Oh, and by the way, it's so great that, Trump reminded me of me on that, that gaggle where he swore. And what was funny is last night at 2:03 p.m. I posted this: if Q isn't real, why can't you shut the F up about it? So sometimes he reminds me of me, because I do kind of lose myself sometimes, and I kind of swear a little bit, Shady Groove. You know what I'm saying?
Off the rail.
Get off the rail a little bit. But that's just who I am. I'm a regular person. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I hope you guys see that and understand that. I think you do. Let's go look at, oh my gosh, I'm trying to find it. Boom, President Trump. Oh, okay, here it is. This is the, President Trump basically just owned the fake news media with his masterclass truth bombing before jetting off to the NATO summit, guys. This is amazing. He called out their lies, exposed their bias, all standing tall for you, the American people. Nobody does it better, Shady.
Nobody does it better. And just wait, guys, because everything that he's done up until this point, it's just what he's done to this point. He hasn't done what he's going to do today or tomorrow yet. And let me tell you, what he's getting ready to do overseas is going to be another run of epic proportions. I promise you.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
and the media is melting down, and your president, Donald J. Trump, is on fire.
Even the Spanish prime minister is melting down over there.
Oh, God.
Do you get to speak with the violators? Did you talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night?
I speak to everybody.
You urge both sides not to violate the ceasefire, but reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I don't think I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay? I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And, you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
Do you believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
No, Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Israel says that Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have to respond to Iran?
Fire. Fire, Shady Grove. They don't know what the F they're doing. You know, Shady, and you heard him say MSDNC. And he said it twice, right?
Yes,
I'm sure Q's never said MSDNC, has he?
Oh, yeah.
Have they? Let's see. MSDNC. Huh. Oh, there's 25 MSDNC drops. Wow. Wow.
Who knew?
So this is all just, so do you see all this, guys? You see, there's more than just trust the plan. There's more than just, look at all this, guys. Look at all this. Look at all this. And you can go to nothingcanstopwhatiscoming.news, okay? And you can share posts on X via this way, guys. Okay? Nobody is buying what you're peddling, selling any longer. The MSDNC is dead. What does this go to?
Great. On Saturday, former President Barack Obama went golfing at the Robert Trent Jones Country Club in suburban Virginia. He's a member there.
He had me in 3 seconds.
3-star in 3 seconds. That was better than 3-second Dan. Holy crap.
Nobody's buying what you're selling, fired disgraced general. Wow. All right. So
So after listening to that, it's like the pivot. I can see the pivot's already happening, man. Because now they're not going to be able to sell the pro-Israel thing. So now Trump will be like soon he's going to be pro-Iran. Donald Trump is pro-Iran. Guys, let me tell you something. I have read some of the most unbelievable stuff from this dude that we used to be on his network, the Brighteon Mike Adams nut job.
Health Ranger.
I've never seen this Health Ranger. I've never seen a nut like this. He's like Alex Jones that took a bunch of crack or something. I don't really even understand what he's talking about over there because he's acting like, oh, well, because they're building, Jeff. There's a building that's sitting right there. And there's not even a speck of dust on top of it right beside where the bomb went into the ground. If you do 3 seconds worth of research, you will realize that those bombs, we played the video for you yesterday. We can show you that they're deliberately
huge craters.
They're built deliberately to not make, Jeff, we're not looking for a splash. This is not diving. We're not looking, it goes into the ground down 200 feet through 200 feet of concrete. Then they're trying to say, then he said, Health Ranger, that they didn't actually blow them up. So these people, take the Democrat talking points and polish them up and put them out? Is that like the new move?
No, they're taking Democrat talking points because they're Democrats, Shady.
Oh, that makes so much more sense, sir.
And what people don't realize is that, Israel was already dropping their bunker busters that maybe go 50 to 100 feet deep.
They
roughly.
don't. 50 barely. They can't even blow something up 50 feet.
But what I'm saying is they're saying, oh, it's further than 200 feet. Yes, but where we entered was 50 feet below up to.
Well,
people don't get
whenever this bomb, the bunker could have been possibly more than 200 feet. But what you're doing is you're eliminating the whole center of it. Like the whole thing gets destroyed. Like there's no working mechanism any longer. All of the vent shafts are destroyed. All of the electrical lines in there are destroyed. All of the fusion that was going on in the centrifuges has stopped because there's no electricity. Therefore, it's ruined. Donald Trump said we ruined their supply of uranium unless they had it stashed somewhere else.
Yeah. Real Patriot to the core says, quit giving Flintstone, Jones, etc. the time of day. We all know who they are. They're losers. You're absolutely right. But the reason why people know they're losers is because we talked about it.
If we didn't talk about it, no one would know.
Yeah. And thank you for that comment. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. But we're going to expose their psychological operations because the MG show is where psyops go to die, guys.
Yeah, they don't die anywhere else. Nobody else will kill them. Everybody else, Jeff, the other places have the opportunity to kill the psyop. They could do it. It's not like they're incapable of killing the psyop and helping their audience see through it, but they don't get paid that way. You would lose access to your network if you were to do such a thing.
Shawnee Red, you just answered your own question. Shouldn't areas with nukes, bombs be quarantined? There were no nukes.
They didn't get them developed yet.
Yeah. Well, all right.
And the uranium is contained underground. That's where it originally came from, is underground.
Yep, it's underground. And how'd they get the uranium?
They got it from America, Jeff. They got it from Rosatom. Hillary Clinton helped them get it out of America into Robert Mueller also helped with John Brennan. They got it out of America into Canada, into the EU, then into Iran, and then they even split some of it off after the pallets of cash and sent it to North Korea.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And we all know this because we read the 82 Iran posts. Go to nothingcanstopwhatiscoming.news, put in Iran, and read them, please. Okay?
You will be happy you did.
And I'm giving you that link so you can share that link on X. You can't share qag.news on X, but you can share nothingcanstopwhatiscoming.news on X, okay? Do it. Read it. And, let me just show you guys because it's very interesting, okay? So I'm at nothingcanstopwhatiscoming.news. And let's just show you what you can do. And, this is what people need to do. Put in the term Iran, I-R-A-N, okay? 82 drops, okay? And then you can sort them from the first ones to the last ones. See how you sort them? Boom, sorted. These are the latest ones. These are the first ones. Q post 39, 11/2/2017. Guess what? Who feeds North Korea with strategic intel? Iran? Was the deal done with Iran under Barack Hussein Obama? I mean, look at this, guys. How did Iran obtain uranium? Why did Barack Obama send billions in cash and wire to Iran? How did North Korea obtain uranium? This is all connected, guys. Every single bit. All of you, I would love to see you guys all just take, when you're reading your newspaper, here's your newspaper for tomorrow morning. I'm posting it in there. I'd love for you guys all to read them yourselves. Every single one of them. It's amazing because everybody's, it's too cryptic. It's not cryptic. It really isn't. Just read.
You really need, if you've not dug into them all, you more than anything, you need to read the first 128 drops because that's considered the map. And what Jeff was just showing you right there was immediately in post number 39. Okay, they're talking about the connection to Iran, and they're talking about the boogeyman that is Iran. The very first time it's mentioned, I want you to understand that. Everybody is clouding your head with a bunch of stuff that you don't really need in your head. Well, you need to understand in your head that Iran is controlled by globalists. Israel is controlled by globalists. Donald Trump is controlled by no one.
Yeah.
Okay? Get it? Got it? Good.
Good. All right, so let's go back because Trump holds a gaggle. He gaggles with the press on Air Force One, and he takes a victory lap. Now, the first portion of this video will be audio only, then it switches to video, so bear with it. This is your president, President Donald J. Trump, okay?
In his own words.
In his own words. And nobody else. This is a Trump movement, guys. Do I make myself clear, Shady Grove?
Yes,
Whose movement
you were clear.
is this?
Yes.
Whose movement?
It's a Donald Trump movement, sir.
Boom.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Jeff. How are you? How are you? We have breaking news. Everything good? Israel, as you know, turned back. They didn't do that raid this morning, fortunately. That was a big thing. Appreciate it. They had a lot of planes going, and they were going to do something, and they didn't do it. We're happy about that. Very happy about that. So the ceasefire is very much in effect, and I think we're going to keep it there for a long time.
Did you speak to Prime Minister Netanyahu about that?
I did.
What did you tell him?
I said, you got to turn back the planes. They were going to go because, look, they hit him very hard after we made the deal yesterday. They were entitled to, but nobody thought that would have happened. But they hit him very hard, and that shouldn't have happened. And then, as you know, Iran hit them very hard last night because of that. I don't think they would have, except for the first hard hit. And I guess a missile was launched a couple of minutes afterwards, which went nowhere, hit nothing. And there was going to be a retaliation this morning by Israel. And we said, you got to call back the planes. It's enough. It's enough. And they did.
But wait, he's a puppet. A puppet wouldn't call back the planes, would they? Because Israel's in control, correct?
Right. Israel could just run right over him and do whatever the hell that Israel wanted because a puppeteer never does what the puppet tells them to.
Wow.
Ever. Zero.
Respect very greatly. So nobody was killed. That was the story. But they had a lot of planes going in the wrong direction. You know that, right?
Do you want any consequences for Israel or Iran for breaking?
They didn't do anything. No, they didn't do anything. They would have if I put out a statement on truth, and they didn't do anything.
Sir, how are you confident that this might not happen again? Say in a couple weeks then?
Tired of it. I think they don't want it to happen again. And Iran's not going to have a nuclear weapon, by the way. I think it's the last thing on their mind right now.
Mr. President, did Iran make any commitments yesterday about uranium enrichment?
What?
About uranium enrichment
They're not going to have enrichment, and they're not going to have a nuclear weapon, and they know that. They're going to get on to being a great trading nation. You know, they're very good traders, and they're going to be a great trading nation, and they have a lot of oil. They're going to do well. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
So did they
The
promise?
last thing on Iran's mind right now is nuclear weapons.
Can you clarify what you meant when you mentioned regime change in your Truth Social post the other night?
Which?
Regime change. Do you want to see regime change in Iran?
No. If there was, there was. But no, I don't want it. I'd like to see everything calm down as quickly as possible. Regime change takes chaos. And ideally, we don't want to see so much chaos. So we'll see how it does. You know, the Iranians are very good traders, very good business people. And they got a lot of oil. They should be fine. They should be able to rebuild and do a good job. They're never going to have nuclear, but other than that, they should do a great job, which is exactly where I've been saying for years, you cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. But we're going to be with, where's Marco? I think Marco's here someplace. You know, our great Secretary of State. But we cannot let them have a nuclear weapon. They won't have a nuclear weapon. And I will tell you, the last thing on their minds is nuclear weapons. They don't even want to think about nuclear. And our B-2 pilots made this all possible. They had a magnificent hit in the dark of night with no moon, no light, no nothing. They hit the target perfectly, wiped it out. And the press is very disrespectful. I saw CNN fake news going, well, maybe it wasn't a perfect hit, it was perfect. They said maybe it did destroy it. We agree, it did destroy it, but maybe it could have destroyed it more. No, it couldn't have destroyed it more. Everyone hit. And it's very disrespectful to those great geniuses and patriots that flew those planes through tremendous danger. So CNN and MSDNC are a disgrace. And so are the others. I mean, they're pretty much all a disgrace. But it's an amazing period of time. Now we're going to NATO, and we'll get a new set of problems. We'll solve a new set of problems.
Do you think you'll meet with Zelensky when you're there?
Yeah, probably. I'll see him. Yeah.
What would you say to him?
Say, how you doing? It's a tough.
How you doing?
He's in a tough situation. Should have never been there.
So you said a couple days ago that you didn't think the U.S. should have to agree to the 5% increase in GDP on defense.
No.
Do you want to
I was the one that said that's what they should be paying, as you know. No, I should do something. And they're having a problem with Spain. There's always a problem with Spain. Spain's not agreeing, which is very unfair to the rest of them, frankly.
So the U.S. won't be increasing our GDP to 5%.
We should pay what everyone else, they're in Europe, we're not. A lot of that money goes to rebuilding their bridges, their roads, so it can take heavy equipment. And, we don't have any roads in Europe. We don't have any bridges in Europe. So, no, it wouldn't be quite the same thing for us. But we're with them.
Are you still committed to Article 5 of NATO?
Depends on your definition. There's numerous definitions of Article 5. You know that, right? But I'm committed to being their friends. I've become friends with many of those leaders, and I'm committed to helping them.
What do you want the role of NATO to be going forward once these other countries are spending more?
By having a unified system, I think we're going to have stronger peace, better peace. And I think we have that. When I went to NATO, they were broke. When I first started this whole thing, it seems like a long time ago, 9 years, right? But they were broke. I knew it immediately. I said, you guys are broke. They weren't paying their dues. 7 of the 28 countries, at the time it was 28, were paying their dues, but they weren't paying very much. NATO was broke. And I said, you're going to have to pay. And we did a whole thing, and now they're paying a lot. Then I said, you're going to have to lift it to 4% or 5%. And 5% is better. I guess they're voting on that today, but they're going to be lifting it to 5%. That's good. It gives them much more power.
Mr. President, if there's language in the final summit declaration about aggression by Russia, would you be okay with that kind of language?
Well, I'll have to take a look at it, but I'd like to see a deal with Russia. As you know, Vladimir called me up. He said, can I help you with Iran? I said, no, I don't need help with Iran. I need help with you. And I hope we're going to be getting a deal done with Russia. It's a shame. 6,000 soldiers died last week. More, 6,500 soldiers died last week. Russia, Ukraine, a war that never would have happened if I was president. So enjoy your flight.
Let me ask you one more follow-up. In your comments just now about Article 5, that will probably make some people in Europe concerned. Can you clarify what you mean? Are you still committed to mutual defense?
I'm committed to saving lives. I'm committed to life and safety. And I'm going to give you an exact definition when I get there. I just don't want to do it on the back of an airplane.
Okay. And one other question on energy. What's your take on the oil price situation right now, and are you concerned?
I love it. It dropped almost $10 yesterday. I put out a statement, get it down, because a lot of people aren't able to do things when the energy goes down. We're going to have a lot less conflict. So it came down, and our energy department's doing a great job. We're drilling like we've never drilled before. We're keeping it down. We're going to keep it down until all these wars are settled. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you.
Sleeper cells in the United States.
Biden let a lot of supercells And Biden was an incompetent president and had no idea what he was doing. Hardly ever signed a document. Other people signed documents for him with the auto pen. It was gross incompetence. And among everything else, he let a lot of supercells in, many from Iran. But hopefully we'll take care of them. What Biden did to this country should never be forgotten.
Sir, do you think you'll get the Nobel Peace Prize now, sir?
Ah, that's your
Off
president.
to make more news.
Off to make solve more issues.
Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing, huh?
How you doing, huh?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Wow, that's your president, Shady, and that is a man in control,
not a puppet.
But
not a puppet.
He's a puppet of Israel, Shady.
Not a puppet. Not a puppet. Not a puppet.
He is. No.
Nope.
Stop.
Not a puppet.
He's, my feelings say he is.
Not a
My
puppet.
feelings have a huge IQ, Shady.
Your feelings are stupid.
Oh no, my feelings have 0 IQ.
Yeah, they don't have any.
Imagine that. Oop.
Oh, they
Imagine
just feel.
that.
They feel whatever they want to feel.
Yeah, fee wings.
A brilliant display of, again, competence. Competence is going to be the word going forward. We have 3.5 more years of competence, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Wow, guys, crazy.
You can't believe it's not even 6 months, my friend. He's already like hammering out all of these different deals. The bill that's getting ready to pass, he's going to make sure that passes by giving every American a 15 to 25% tax cut. Okay, you people that are out there screaming, yelling with your hair on fire, trying to make everybody nuts, acting like this is a tax increase. It is not a tax increase. This is a tax break for everyone, including rich people.
Yeah. Everybody.
Everybody includes rich people, Jeff.
But
that
breaking news, Michael Flynn, Shady, just released a new book called Pardon of Innocence. However, thus, while the pardon was labeled a pardon of innocence, the book, by Trump, Flynn and supporters illegally cleared his name of liability without officially establishing his innocence. The term pardon of innocence reflects their narrative rather than a formal legal status. So he's lying in the whole book.
Well, yeah, when you start out with the title is a lie. I mean, where you got to go? You're part of it. You were guilty of what you did, sir. I think that the best lesson that my mother ever taught me was, Shannon, you're guilty of everything that you ever did. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can't get away from that.
And then you got a splinter in your palm.
I do. I got to get rid of that. It's like it's driving me crazy. It's like, oh my God, it's all red.
Oh my God.
We're not going to talk about how I got it. It was wood.
Was it your wood?
Yeah, effectively.
All right,
not the personal kind.
All right, just checking.
I mean,
all right. No, I don't know, Shady. That's
Don't
the
problem.
Oh my God, I want to play this because it's funny, but first I have to
set up. Sneeze. Bless you. God bless you, sir.
Oh,
I did that. I had a double sneeze during the Trump gaggle. I think it was the press. Like I was standing there around the press and they started fuming up around me. I had to sneeze. So same thing probably happened to you.
And I didn't hit the sneeze button for full dramatic effect.
No, you needed I'm glad we needed the drama there because it was like a lackluster moment.
Wet Yeti removed a message by Wet Yeti. What'd you do now, Yeti?
Oh, when he self-censors, it's not good. He probably never mind.
He's probably cuticle clippers work great for getting splinters out, Shady.
Yeah, they do, but this one's like deeper than that. I need a needle.
DQ says, hopefully your wood isn't made like Pinocchio's.
Mm-hmm. See what you did there.
There's a joke there somewhere.
There's something there.
Tell me a lie, something. Okay, all right, so.
Keeps on growing.
That'll be a new Bigfoot AI. Hey, did you hear Pinocchio?
Don't watch the videos with the Bigfoot taking the Viagra. That's all I'm saying.
That's so funny.
It's one of the funniest damn videos I've ever seen.
Oh my God. All right. So this is Jesse Waters, our favorite friend out on the streets. Johnny. Love this guy.
Oh, Johnny.
Look at what the New Yorkers
Johnny's going places.
Look at what the New Yorkers are talking about with the Iran war. I mean, this is, the media should be held liable with libel laws. Okay, they are doing such damage to our society. It's ridiculous. But you ready to watch this?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the education did them enough of a disservice, but then they've got the media that like comes in and like undergirds all their dumbass conclusions.
Undergirds. Check it out.
President Trump bombed Iran. How we feeling?
Bomb.
I don't know what's going on with him, the orange
What's going
man,
on?
but we're going to just pray that everything goes well.
It really sucks to have to deal with this right now.
This is a wild act. It is absolutely unprofessional. It's cruel as hell.
So you wanted Iran to have a nuke?
I want to have a judicial process in the United States.
Well, President Trump likes to get things done quickly.
Quickly and in a corrupt fashion.
What would happen if that bomb was completed? Then what?
Big mistake.
Why was it a big mistake?
Iran's allies are really powerful countries.
But you know who's the most powerful in the world?
The United States of America is not the most powerful in America.
Yes, we are.
No, it's not.
Yes, we are.
Nonsense.
Yes, we are.
Lies.
What President Trump did, was that a good move, a bad move?
Hot in New York or something?
Bad move.
All this stuff about nuclear war, I think it.
Put some
Come on.
clothes on, people.
Yes, it's hot.
I mean, good Lord, these people, like, they need to put some clothes on. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
All right. Shh.
Thinking about the
Let's
split.
watch this.
Okay, I'll watch.
Is a little far-fetched, and we don't need to worry about that. If I knew that there was a nuclear bomb that could completely cause so much damage, I have to act, no?
It was a horrible move. Why are you playing with those people over there? Like, are you kidding me? No, it was horrible.
So you wanted Iran to have a nuke?
I didn't want them to have a nuke. However, why can't we just figure out a peaceful way to figure things out?
Iran didn't want a peaceful way, so we had to do what we had to do, right?
Yeah.
If you were in President Trump's shoes, and those are some big shoes,
Yeah, those are huge shoes.
what would you have done?
I honestly would have done the same thing.
I would have figured out a way to handle this peacefully.
The way a diplomat would handle it, the way an elected official would handle
Well, that's why we elected President Trump.
That's right. You got what you voted for.
We sure did.
Maybe they should all get nukes.
You get a nuke, and you get a nuke, and you get a nuke.
At least it's some kind of like, it's something. I don't know. It's
What are you?
hard to say.
What are you, Oprah?
Oprah? Yeah, I would love to give everybody a nuke.
How would you have stopped Iran from getting a nuclear bomb?
How do we stop another country from getting a nuclear bomb?
Don't we have like the capacity to
Don't give them uranium.
Bomb their nuclear facilities?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Oh.
What's your warning message to Iran?
I don't have nothing to warn them about because they're not going to come for me. I'm scared of Iran. I don't want them to come bomb me.
I feel very bad that we weren't able to do a deal with you.
You better not freaking come for us, because we're going to come for you 10 times harder.
What do you think is going to happen next?
He left such a mark that if they do something back to retaliate, they really have no chance.
I'm staying prayed up and I'm just hoping for the best.
People are ruining this country for my generation. My generation is the one that's going to have to deal with it. So go to hell. Whatever.
Settle down, pumpkin.
So did you see how the black woman, I ended up agreeing. Like, do you see how it is? People are so clueless. And that little girl right there, that was just, we'll go to hell. She's in hell. And she's a product of hell. And she doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground, Shady Grove. These people are so brainwashed, so mind controlled, such a level of stupid. I'm ashamed of them.
It is a shame, but you know, if you were to take it to the next level, any of those people that were there, and you were to ask them like any question, like, you know, what's the capital of Kentucky, or you know, where is Europe, or how many continents are there? They would not be able to answer any of those questions. Actually, you would ask them about the American Revolutionary War, and they would talk to you about, we freed the slaves. Like they don't have any historical context whatsoever, and it is disgusting, and it's embarrassing, is what it is. Because if you were to go to China and you were to sit down and go man on the street in China, and you were to start talking in Chinese to any person in China that's walking down the street in any city, they will literally be able to rattle off like how to like do calculus in 3 seconds. Like they all know how to do it. They all understand what's the science is. They all understand the history of their country as well. Not to mention that they've gotten somehow educated under a communist regime, and we're somehow calling ourselves free, and our people talk like they're communists. I don't get it.
Wow. It's amazing. And not this whole generation is not lost. My daughter is of that generation, and she's very smart. So there are some that still will save us.
Well, I would like to I could add to that too, the generation that is around your daughter's age, even a little bit younger, between like 17 to 30 years old right now. They're different than the ones that are 30 to 35, 40 years old. There's something happened to that generation that was between 9 and 18 when 9/11 happened. It scared them. It was horrible. What the deep state, quote unquote, did on 9/11 to that generation was prepare their minds for the future planting and seeding of things like transgenderism, climate change, all of these different nonsensical theories that you see them believing today. They wouldn't have been able to insert those things into their minds had they not traumatized them with 9/11.
Yeah, and we're talking about even the generation that wasn't even born on 9/11 yet. Like
now
Abby.
we are, yeah. These guys, but the guys that weren't born on 9/11 are a lot smarter. A lot of these guys just voted for Trump. I mean, believe it or not, like they see that they don't see the media like we happen. Like we grew up, there was only 3 channels. It was it was NBC, CBS, ABC. Nobody. What else was there? We had 3 channels. These guys have thousands of channels. They're not paying attention to any one thing.
And Shady, the truth got out on CNN, which is a horrible news network. Check it out.
Yeah, I think there's this idea, okay, maybe the MAGA base wouldn't necessarily like this. Look, this is Donald Trump's Republican Party. That's what I think is so important to note. GOP on the U.S. airstrikes in Iran, 76% in the average of the 2 polls approve, compared to just 18% who disapprove. Now, I will note that is a bit higher than Donald Trump's disapproval rating within the Republican Party. But overall, Republicans are with Donald Trump on this. Tucker Carlson be darned. The bottom line is he does not speak for the majority of the Republican base. The majority of the Republican base is with Donald Trump.
How about that?
And it's increasing. The approval rating for Donald Trump, not the approval rating for Donald Trump. Let me rephrase that. The rating on the question of whether or not America is headed in the right direction, that is now up to over 55%. 2 weeks ago, it just cracked. 3 weeks ago, it cracked 50%. It's increasing because you love alligator Alcatraz. You love diplomacy. You love nukes on the nuke site with precision accuracy and not a global thermonuclear war. That's exactly what they were projecting. Alex Jones, you could go read his post, guys. He's literally projecting that it's nuclear war. He's lying and saying that Iran is a nuclear threat when Trump tells you specifically they do not have a nuke. How can they possibly launch nukes after Donald Trump blows up their facility where they're trying to develop the nuclear weapon, guys? You've got to be able to use your logic.
And, by the way, it looks like, they're worried about the sleeper cells that are in the U.S., but it looks like we arrested 11 of them already. Check this out, Shady.
Officials are now saying they have arrested 15 Iranian nationals who illegally entered the United States. According to
under Joe Biden, okay?
Some of those arrests include an alien.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. 5 subscriptions to the MG Show. Appreciate you. Let's get some people clothed. Thanks.
With ties to Hezbollah, a known or suspected terrorist, and an alleged former sniper for the Iranian army. So they're getting the bad guys. Attorney General Pam Bondi with us.
There was a report, of over 1,500 Iranian nationals that have entered the country illegally over the last several years. Do we know out of those over 1,500, how many of those have been convicted of a crime?
Yeah, I don't have the number of the conviction, but it's well over 1,000 have entered. Yes, I don't know if it's quite up to 1,500, but yes, it's well over 1,000 have entered our country. And I can tell you we are on high alert and everyone is looking at that very closely.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem is sounding the alarm about possible sleeper cells in America.
We've seen some from overseas and some that have been here, maybe gone overseas for a short period of time, become radicalized and come back, or individuals that are right here in the United States. So we have to watch for all of it and to be diligent on all of it, and we'll continue to do so.
Paul, this seems like a really big job right now because we have millions upon millions of people, many whom were illegal.
All right, I don't need to hear the pundits. I just wanted to hear that. Amazing, guys. Never forget that Joe Biden did this to your country, guys. Joe Biden allowed sleeper cells into your country.
Wait.
Period.
You mean it wasn't Donald Trump?
Nope.
Wait, but if I go over to Badlands Media, Jeff, Badlands Media is telling me this stuff about devolution, and then there's got this other guy called Joe Rambo who tells me that it's not really Joe Biden, that Donald Trump has not only been in control.
Did we not?
Listen, he's not only been in control of the auto pen. He's also been in control of bringing all the people in here to maraud against us. He's also been the person that's standing in every single thing that Donald Trump did it all to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Don't you get it? It's devolution, sir.
Now, we just went over in the first hour. Maybe you need to rewind, okay? Because we showed you the affiliates of the InfoWars that are all doing this to you. And Brainstorm Joe, Brain Dead Joe, whatever the hell he calls himself, is one of them. John Harold is one of them. They're all freaking affiliate A, affiliate B, affiliate C, all marching to the same beat. That's why we're off the beaten path, Shady.
It's all fake, everybody. Yeah. What they're doing to you is fake. It's a different layer. It is another level. It is supportive of Democrat talking points. Even yesterday, they're saying, Jeff, that the Rambo crew is telling me that the MSNBC and CNN are also under Donald Trump's control, that they have been setting Donald Trump up this whole time. It's been their pleasure to work in secret with Trump. I mean, it's the stuff that's coming out is so stupid, man. I have a hard time coming on the air and being calm about it because the stupid is so thick and it happens to be on our side. And people are like, oh, Shady, don't be talking about people that don't. This is not a collective. America is an individual sport. Me and Jeff, the two of us, us decided to do this. What we're doing, ours belongs to the two of us. Doesn't belong to anybody else, okay? We're telling you the truth because we know the truth, because we researched it and we proved the truth.
Yeah. Vegas of ASIS says it was a grand usurpery. It really was. Of this whole movement, of your movement, guys. Of your movement.
Which we thought whenever we started doing this broadcast together, our objective was clear and simple. Follow the truth. Neither of us had an agenda. We both said that we were going to follow the truth. It did not matter where the truth led. Whenever the truth led us to the door of General Flynn, we knew that this was a Rubicon that we were crossing, that we were going to have to tell the truth. We had a choice to make. We could have made the opposite choice. We were told by every single person that we just mentioned, put your head down. Don't talk about it. Whenever Jeff explained what was going on in devolution and how it was all going down, they came out. John Harold came out. He wrote this whole Substack. The whole thing is a lie. Why can't he tell the truth? If he is on the up and up, why can't he come out and tell the truth? Why does he have to lie and say things that are not facts so that he can engineer a narrative and keep his crony little system together?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Busy day today for C Page, but she's listening and watching. Thank you so much for that. I also really quick want to just play something before we get out of here, Shady, because we did kind of go off on a little bit of a tangent today, but I want to play this for you guys. We have a win right here, Shady Groove.
I'm ready.
Wait,
I'm ready.
Wait. Not that one.
I'm ready when you're ready.
Not that
wait.
one. Not that one.
Ready
Here
now?
it is. It's
Here we
this
go now?
one. No.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
Are we ready yet?
Yeah.
Do you want to see Israel destroyed?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, your pin says you're Jewish, right?
at this point, I do. I used to believe in the one democratic state solution.
What do you do for work?
I don't.
You don't work? Why not?
I don't have to.
So you did well.
I haven't worked since I was 27.
Now, I think she actually is working and as a professional protester. Here's her protesting without her sunglasses on. She usually does have them on. Here's her saying HP profits from Israel's torture of Palestinian political prisoners. Here's her saying democracy is not for sale. Back again with the Palestine flag and again with the South African flag. Now, it's not just her, as we know that they work in teams. Look at this blonde woman beside her. I found her at more protests than any.
I'm pretty sure we played this, Shady. Didn't we?
I remember seeing it. I'm not sure if we played it. Did we?
I don't know. I remember seeing it, but let's just keep going.
Let's play it anyway, because I got a good point to make with it.
Any other paid.
You mean he's going to say the new venture fund? Oh.
protester I've exposed in the past. I found her at close to 50 different protests, all within a couple of years. So who's behind this team of people chanting for Israel's destruction on America's streets? Their name is Sammy Dune. It's an organization based in Canada, and they are sanctioned by Canada as a terrorist group. In fact, in October of 2024, US and Canada issued joint statements listing Sammy Dune as a terrorist entity. Canada called them a sham charity who funnels money into the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, which is a Marxist organization that recognizes a one-state solution with no Israel. Germany banned the group after members of Sammy Dune passed out candy celebrating October 7th. The founder of Sammy Dune at a rally in Vancouver publicly called Hamas heroic on the 7th and said that Hamas and Hezbollah don't engage in terrorism. If you look at the photos of this woman I interviewed, they almost all come from Sammy Dune's website. Now, the Tides Foundation and the Tides Center is behind this, and you remember the chief donor of the Tides Foundation, George Soros. However, all you see is that the Alliance for Global Justice is their fiscal sponsor. But if you lift the hood, you see that Soros gives to Tides, Tides gives to AFGJ, which then gives to Sammy Dune. Soros, along with the New Venture Fund, gave more than $9 million.
New Venture Fund. Arabella.
Sorry about that. Did you see? Okay. I just record scratch. Here we go.
Soros, along with the New Venture Fund, gave more than $9 million to the AFGJ, which again is the fiscal sponsor of Sammy Dune. They want it to look complicated so you don't see this, but make no mistake, Soros is funding this. It is also important to note that you can't even donate to the AFGJ with Stripe or PayPal or any normal methods, as all of those companies consider them terrorists. Yet they are still walking the streets of New York City screaming for the downfall of America.
It's interesting, too, because they all have foundations for a reason, Shady Grove. That's what I have right here. Stupid. And here's your Arabella advisors, guys. Here it is. We've been talking about this for a long time. The New Venture Fund is in here. It's all here. It's a QD code, by the way. And the Hillary Clinton Foundation is at the center of it all with Eric Kessler. Guys, this is... When did we do this, Dig, Shady Grove?
I think about 3.5 years, almost 4. Is it 4 years?
I think it is. All right, so this is it right here. So this is not just George Soros. We all know George Soros. Now it's Alexander Soros. So really you can X this guy off and replace him with Alex. But liberal billionaires such as Hans-Jörg Wyss. How many people in here has heard of Hans-Jörg Wyss? How come that boy that just did that dig, great dig, by the way, very impressive, doesn't know that this is Arabella Advisors and Hans-Jörg Wyss and with the New Venture Fund right here, okay? All right. This is Pierre Omidyar. You guys buy anything off of, eBay? That's the co-founder, the founder of eBay. And then Soros. And then you got Bill and Melinda Gates of Hell. And then you've got people that work. Jen Psaki and Ron Klain, guys, worked for the White House. She was the lady that was before the pre-mop head lady. So we've been on this for a long time. And it's fine. I'm glad he did that dig, and I'm glad he did that. But I would like him to also dig further. You know who else is doing a decent job as well is Data Republican. But there's so much data in there, it's hard to keep track. But to keep it simple, stupid, is they all have foundations for a reason, and it's foreign and domestic billionaires. Those are the assets, and they all have foundations and institutes for a reason to launder their money to fund things like this. It's very simple. And the way to fix it, Shady Grove, is to get rid of PACs. Okay, get rid of these, aggressive education. That's how they do it. They all have 501c3s, but the 501c4s are your educational. So they do it for educational reasons, right? And that's legal. And a 501c4 doesn't have to tell you who they, are sponsored by. Either make it obvious who's everybody's is sponsored by and make it illegal to sponsor activities such as politics, period. If my foundation gave anything to political, we'd be investigated, guys. It should be illegal, Shady.
It should be illegal, but it's also clear as day. I hope that you're seeing as we come to an end to another Matrix Groove MG show today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. And I'd like to connect what Jeff just showed you with the first part of our show, where we explain to you the quote-unquote fake Jew hate. Okay? I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's the only way that I know to characterize what it is that they're doing. They say that because they tell me that if I talk about the bloodlines, I am fomenting hate and that is anti-Semitic. But this person that you just saw is a Jewish person who is out there in the streets getting paid to generate hatred for Jewish people. This is exactly the same. What you're seeing right there is exactly the same as what General Flynn's digital soldiers are doing on 4chan and 8chan 24/7 from Fort Bragg ad nauseum. It never stops. What Q did was Q came into the middle of their living room and plopped down and sat right there and said, bunch of F you people. This is what we're going to talk about, and changed every single conversation that they were being generated. It is fake. It is juicy smollett on steroids is exactly what they're doing. They have to generate the hatred the same as they need to go out there and they need to generate the white supremacists. Why do you think these people like Proud Boys and then others generate white supremacy? Because they have to create the hate so that they can pretend to be a victim of it.
That's right. And before we go, Shady Groove, I need a cup of coffee. I hope you do too, because if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee, now's your shot. The 1775 coffee starter kit dropped. Only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold, dark roast that hits harder than a CNN or MSDNC fact check. The smooth, medium roast and the Vitality mushroom for clean energy and laser focus. No crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir your mother-in-law's political opinions, and a black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. $170 worth of coffee and gear for yours today for $99. This is for the ones that have been watching Rumble 1775, their coffee blow up on Rumble, and wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler alert, it is, guys. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble and the MG show does. Start your day with coffee that actually believes and backs what you believe in. Shady, that's it. There's our show.
Front to back, ladies and gentlemen, action-packed. I'm hoping that we connected a bunch more dots for you. I hope that you can see a little bit clearer. And as we move forward, the objects in mirror are closer than they appear. The president is not a puppet. Ladies and gentlemen, hear it first. Hear it here. Hear it loudly. Donald John Trump is a puppet of we the people only.
Yeah.
No other foreign state. He is doing what you hired him to do, and he's doing what the deep state doesn't want him to.
And that's why we need to reclaim the game. God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Shady.
Yeah. No, yo, your voice matters. Let it ring through the static. Your vote's a weapon, don't let them have it automatic. Tune in to MG Show, truth cuts through the haze. MG, music dropping beats, setting souls ablaze. They build a system, rigged up to keep us silent. Fears the chain, controls the game, is straight up violent. Powerless, nah, that's what they want us to feel. Cambridge got the definition, but we keep it real. We ain't powerless, now we got the spark inside. People will rise, it's judgment day, no place to hide. Armor up, we fight the schemes of the dark. Your voice, your vote, ignite the flame, leave a mark. A moment in time, the clock's ticking loud. MG Show exposing lies, waking up the crowd. Corruption's the crown, but we ain't bowing down. MG music in the mix, freedom's the sound. Modern day slavery, they profit off our backs. Evil in the roots, but we cutting through the cracks. From the streets to the heavens, the battle's unseen. Not flesh, not blood, but the powers in between. We ain't powerless, now we got the spark inside. People will rise, it's judgment day, no place to hide. Armor up, we fight the schemes of the dark. Your voice, your vote, ignite the flame, leave a mark. Put on the armor, God's shield in the fray. MG Show, breaking chains, lighting up the way. Devil's got plans, but we stand up anyway. MG music, lifting spirits, truth in every play. No silence, no fear, we break in the mold. Controlled, never, our story's untold. A spark to a blaze, the truth will unfold. People will rise, the future's ours to hold. We ain't powerless, now we got the spark inside. People will rise, it's judgment day, no place to hide. Armor up, we fight the schemes of the dark. Your voice, your vote, ignite the flame, leave a mark. So speak loud, vote strong, don't let them take it. MG Show and music together we break it. From the past to the now, the lesson's the same. Powers in us, rise up, reclaim the game. So speak loud, vote strong, don't let them take it. MG Show and music together we break it. From the past to the now, the lesson's the same. Powers in us, rise up, reclaim the game.
Yeah, reclaim the game. It's your movement. It's the Trump movement. God bless you all. Where we go one, we go all. www.mg.show.